At some level, my mother's death is always with me. Knowing so little about her means the least expected of triggers can conjure up tears, like the moment a character in a soap opera heard a message that his dead mother recorded years earlier. It made me realise with a jolt that I have no idea of the sound of Ilse's laughter, or her weeping. I was too young to remember anything of the events immediately after my mother's death in October 1953. I was born in southwest London 5 weeks after the coronation, and given the middle name of Elizabeth. Back then, the treatments for postnatal depression were electroconvulsive therapy and barbiturates. Years later, I was shocked to learn that Ilse's hospital bed was surrounded by policemen, waiting to arrest her should she survive. Until 1961, suicide was a criminal act. But the drugs she had been prescribed for this poorly understood condition proved effective when she made her fateful decision, and the need for her prosecution never arose. Meanwhile, my father Josef's loss was temporarily doubled. I was removed from what remained of the family and taken into care. In one blow, my father had lost not only his wife, but also his 3-month-old baby. This was a sadness he and I would never discuss. The state-run nursery to which I was taken was probably perfectly pleasant, but part of me imagines that I was incarcerated in a Dickensian orphanage. The fact I developed a chest infection there reinforces that fantasy. Despite this, my early experiences never crushed the optimistic side of my nature. Nor can I say that I grew up unhappy. Nearly all childhood photographs show me beaming before the onset of the usual teenage moodiness. This was not so for my elder sister, who appeared serious, her brows furrowed. This is hardly surprising. Claudia was 6 years old when we lost our mother. After Ilse died, and my sister was left with just our father, she simply asked him, when would she get a new mother? We were lucky. The answer turned out to be very soon. Josef could retrieve me from state care only if he had found someone to help look after us. My father, a young refugee from Vienna's Nazis, was reeling, numb with grief and barely able to think. How could he get his family back and continue his work as an architect for Hammersmith Council when he could barely boil an egg? His father, Opa, as we called our grandfather, saw a small ad pinned up at the premises of a local Jewish organisation. It had been placed by a woman seeking a domestic position. He arranged a meeting between his son, a shell-shocked widower, and the prospective help to see if she might assist him with cooking and childcare. Ruth was a refugee from Saarbrücken in Germany, at 33 a year older than our father. She had been working as a maid in the home of a demanding family in Golders Green. Seeing the broodingly handsome man and his 2 dark-haired little daughters, she accepted the challenge of taking us on.